So you don't want a little cow because they take years and years. Something I didn't even
Not
know.
years and years, maybe 3 years, something like that. I want to wait like a year.
You're like, I want steak in 10 months.
So, so the cow you'd be buying would be like 2 years old.
Yeah, something like that. A year and a half, 2 years old. It'd be about 500 or 600 pounds.
And then you would just put it out there with those lesser cows and let it eat grass and turn into a bigger cow.
Exactly.
And then you would take it to a place where they butcher it.
Yeah.
And do they butcher in exchange for a cut of the cow or
no cash? You pay them.
You give them cash. So the cow would cost how much? The butcher would cost how much?
Yeah, I don't have these numbers, but I would estimate that the cow is going to cost like because it's purebred, maybe $750. And the butchering process is probably a few $100s. So I'd have like $1,000 easily in the whole thing, but it's literally going to be food for years. Like it's going to be.
Is that really that's how much steak you'll get out of that?
Yeah,
out of a 1,000-pound cow. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know how I see this going down? Like when I have a full jar of peanut butter, I'm like fucking the candy man with peanut butter. Left, right, slather that shit on 1.5 inches thick. I don't care. That's gonna be Kyle at the start of the cow. And then as the food supply slims down, he'll start to like, oh, I gave it away to my friends and family.
Oh, never. No, nobody's getting any free steak off me. I'm going Tuesday. I'm going Tuesday to purchase this cow. That's when the
it's already set up. You're actually going to get the cow.
Well, they do it every Tuesday. Yeah, I've been thinking about this for a while. I'm definitely going to do it. I talked to my dad about it. He's like, yeah, we can go do that.
You said it already. What kind of?
I feel like that's so casual for your dad. He's like, yeah, why not?
Yeah,
he's got a cow. Get a cow. I know how to handle that.
Did you name the breed already?
I think Black Angus.
Yeah, you did say that.
Can you brand it with something cool?
If I'm an asshole, I would brand it. I wouldn't brand the cow. Like,
I
don't want to
feel that shit.
They absolutely.
I love
feel
this theory that cows have no pain receptors.
They literally say "ow." They literally say "ow."
Yeah.
So
it's a hot iron.
I looked up Black Angus. I got a bull though. This is a Black Angus cow. Wow, that is a big dude.
I was looking at it also. I googled it.
Why don't you pick just a bull to get, like a really cool bull, but not the kind that anybody's looking at. Like you're looking for an underdog bull who you're going to raise into a titan, and then people want to pay you tons of money for its cum, and then you parlay the cum money into cows.
Taylor, I just want cheap steak.
Dude,
no, my convoluted idea makes more sense.
Dude, I'm like, this cow is amazing. Look at its coat. I'm just realizing I'm looking at a painting of a cow.
Yeah, it's a painting of a cow.
Man, even the
that's a
painting.
Yeah, that looks like that's so funny.
That is so funny. Look at the painting of a cow.
I was admiring its coat in particular. All right.
No, cows are cool. My grandparents had a cattle farm when I was a little kid, and I used to love going there and hanging out with the cows, like just walking around them. It always kind of like blew. Well, first of all, they'd have to be in a very confined area, like eating, for you to walk around them because they're the most skittish little fuckers ever. Most of the time, if you like walk over to them, they would get spooked. But it was neat as a little kid to be like, I'm standing next to an animal that, if it wanted to, could kill me right now, and it's scared of me. Yeah, I don't know. That was a weird feeling as a kid.
I've worked cattle a lot, so I'm pretty familiar with them. I think this will be good, and you just set it and forget it kind of thing with him out in the field.
I feel like I could do that with my property.
You absolutely could.
And forget it.
And on 14 acres, like if you legit fence your shit in with like 3 strands of electric fence or something, like you could put 10 cows out there, no problem.
I think so. One of the previous owners of this place did that, and they called like animal services on them. The cows, you could see all their ribs, and I guess they didn't know you needed to buy hay and stuff. They thought they'd just live off the grass and be fine. But
what a bunch of retards.
It apparently the number of cows per acre, like they just way overdid it. Now I think you could maybe manage it if you brought in food, but they just expected this amount of land to support them, and that wasn't the case.
Yeah,
and you have to move them from pasture to pasture all the time.
It depends how many you've got. It's that cow per acre ratio that we're talking about.
My grandparents had like thousands.
Who gets a cow though? And they're like, I'm sure this is enough.
You put 10 cows on 1,000 acres, and I'm sure you don't rotate shit.
They get lost.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Where did they go? Yeah.
What did you do with cattle when you were growing up, Kyle? Like just herding them
Everything.
around, moving them on your four
Shot
wheelers,
them.
birthing them. I only birthed one.
I birthing them sometimes, and we had one step its foot into a soup can one time, and it sort of like went into the flesh as well because a cow foot doesn't fit well into a soup can, and it was just limping around. And the more it walked, the more it hurt itself, and ran that cow over with an ATV to hold it down, and cut the thing off of it, and inject it with antibiotics, and rubbing it with all this like cow like sterilizing bullshit, and catching cows and retrieving them and taking them to cattle barns and running.
How difficult was it to catch the cows? Like when they were on the road,
really,
what did you do?
Pretty easy because we'd trick them. We'd feed them like it's called sweet feed. It's like this. It looks like dog food, but it smells wonderful. It smells like honey and molasses and brown sugar.
Oh, like even for a human, it smells good?
Yeah, like I've tasted it before, thinking like this must be like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but better. And it's just like, no.
No. You're like, oh yeah, this is cow food.
This is cow food, but it smells
like
amazing. It smells like a sweet deliciousness. So if you're gonna catch them, we would go and we'd feed them like a bag of that every day for like 2 weeks, and then on like the 15th day, we sort of like, the food's in here this time though, and they're like, well, whatever you say, boss, and they go into a big pen, and a gate shuts behind them, and then I operate the gate, slowly filtering out the cows, because you don't sell your cows when you sell cows, you sell the calves that are like between 300 and 600 pounds, like the ones that have been freshly born, especially the bulls, because you don't need them like incestuously breeding with their mothers and sisters and stuff.
Yeah, what is this, Game of Thrones?
Yeah, you've got traditionally you kind of have one bull who is like a good specimen, is going to be good breeding stock, as you would say, to make your.
That's how these Belgian blues came to be. Is they did the opposite and they bred them into retard strength.
They're so fucking badass. Their moms have to have them by C-section. Cow pussy.
That's pretty cool. That shows that we're not at all tampering or fucking with nature.
I read that in the page we linked. Kyle, this is something I think you might know because you were raised in a rural environment. Why is it when a horse hurts its leg, it's done for? It's done. Like even horses that are very valuable, they can't seem to save them.
They're not good at rehab. They're stupid fucking animals. They'll just go ruin it. You can't put them in a cast. They'll trip over the cast and break another fucking leg.
You can't like hang them by their belly. Like if it's a Kentucky Derby winner and it breaks his leg, they still die, and this shocks me.
Yeah. I think they get all kinds of stomach issues. Like if the horse does anything wrong, they get what is it, colic, where their like intestines get all entangled and stuff. Horses are fragile, fucking stupid animals. Yeah, they just gotta.
I always
kill them
thought
when
they
it
were
happens.
kind of bright for animals. No.
I mean, bright as far as like maybe having a relationship with you and recognizing the guy that they let ride them and like biting the guy that they don't want to fuck with. Sure, but smart as far as like
physical therapy,
not so much. Like they're not great at that.
What it's showing here is that racehorses in particular are bred to have lighter bones, and so it's saying that like when a human breaks their leg, it breaks. When these bred racehorses break their leg, it shatters.
When a human has its leg blown off by an IED, they just put a stump on there and like this is all we want is this horse has come and we can't keep it alive.
They shoot every horse that ever breaks its leg, and the same thing with cows. Like if a cow breaks its leg, it gets shot. Like I've done it. There's no rehab, and it's also it's usually financially not feasible. Because you've got like a cow that's worth.
Did you say financially? Yeah, that's why I keep bringing up these Kentucky Derby winners. Because
you're right about that. And I used to wonder that as well.
Even when like resources are a worthwhile investment, they don't save it. I don't get it.
Yeah, they just can't rehab them. They'll just keep ruining the leg. And
what happens if you cut the leg off? Can it walk around on 3? Dogs do it fine.
That's an interesting theory. That's an interesting thing.
That comes just as good.
You may have me there. Why don't they just amputate the leg like they do with dogs?
That's
sometimes?
a good idea.
Let's get
but
this
then you
out
have
there.
A three-legged
maybe
horse.
maybe they just can't do it like a dog can, three-legged.
Yeah, maybe horses can't operate.
Where they tip over all the time.
I'm going to assume they tried. I feel like I'm going to assume they tried a number of things.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a reason for
Like,
that.
Almost nothing, and the bullet still works.
You mean to say, Harley, in the last 10,000 years, we've been domesticating horses? People have kind of gone through the list.
Yeah. I feel like they did that. I feel like they're like, three-legged horse doesn't work.
No, it just looks silly and falls, and it gives the kids a laugh. But
I feel sorry for fucking three-legged dogs and one-eyed dog. I feel.
Don't put a whole steak. Don't waste it on me. Just give me a shitty skirt steak. Like, lay that over the top.
I'll sprinkle some ground beef. But yeah, what I was gonna say is I'm gonna take just grind up the lesser cuts and stuff like that, and have a bunch of ground beef because I love hamburgers. And meatloaf and all the things that you do with tacos and nachos and all that shit. I love ground beef. But yeah, I can't wait to have my mouth's watering thinking about this cow. I can't wait to have like huge thing of T-bones and fucking filet mignon and it's going to be wonderful.
All that backstrap.
He says filet mignon like Pepe Le Pew.
Filet mignon.
Filet mignon.
Yeah, filet mignon.
Backstrap. Now he's becoming more Mexican.
I love that shit. I love beef, and I'm hoping that she's a tasty girl. How bad would it suck if like a year from now, after spending the money, getting her slaughtered, getting all the pieces chopped out the way I want, I was like,
yeah,
you taste like hate.
It was a mistake to have her graze in the jalapeno fields.
No, that might be good. Inadvertently invented a new kind of grazing.
You know, I'm kind of a cow person.
I want to
a cowman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let him
but yeah, she'll be like 100%. She'll be like 100% grass fed, and like I'll make sure that she's got, there'd be no antibiotics or anything. Dad doesn't do that shit. So like she'll be 100% organic. It'll be good.
You mean you're anti-vax when it comes to cows?
It's expensive to vaccinate, so if they get sick, they get a bullet. It's much cheaper.
He's rolling the $800 die.
It's very rare that a cow gets sick, and like there's no like Blackfoot out on the farm. So like
just a little bit of mad cow. We're hoping she's resistant.
You only get mad cow if you feed them cow brains. The prions,
or any kind of cow product. They can
no, it's the brain. It's the prions in the brain, brain tissue, the brain matter. That's how you get mad cow.
Okay.
Why are cows eating cow brains?
Because farmers, especially in the UK, would grind up the dead cows and use the parts of the dead cows that didn't make it to market to feed right back to the.
So if they just chopped the head off of that cow and did the same thing, they'd be fine.
You grind it up and they don't fucking care. They'll eat anything.
Okay.
Yeah. If you like grind it up and mix it in with some good stuff, like if you got like 1 part brain to 2 part like fucking like hay or like. I've heard of people feeding them all kinds of cheap stuff like corn stalks, like the stalk of a corn thing.
I thought that was okay. Like that, I thought that was like a big part of what corn was for. We eat the ears.
I think it's called silage. But it's like low tier feed. Ideally, it would be grass or hay or grain, or if you're really fancy, like acorns. If you feed like an animal acorns, apparently it makes them taste delicious.
Have you ever eaten an acorn?
No.
Really? I have when I was little. When I was like, I can live off the land. I just watched Land Before Time. That means I can eat leaves and acorns. And I ate a leaf. Not great. Ate an acorn. Even worse.
I was thinking about it once because I read this book called My Side of the Mountain. And it's a very cool book. It's about this kid who like runs away from home, goes into the Catskill Mountains of New York, and lives all by himself. He lives in a hollow, like there's a tree with a big hollowed out spot, like a crack in it. And he goes in there and he makes himself a little house, and it's got a door that he fashions out of some shit. He finds a peregrine falcon in a nest, and he gets it and he tames it, and he uses it to catch rabbits and stuff. And there was a part where he made acorn pancakes. He ground up the acorns to make like a mealy batter. And then I think he may have even used like maple syrup because, all you need is a fucking maple tree and put a hole in that bitch and maple syrup comes out. Yeah.
That was a good one. Also Hatchet.
I was going to say, those went hand in hand. Yeah.
Yep. My Side of the Mountain and Hatchet. I loved reading those and just thinking about living off the land.
Yeah.
But thinking about it was enough.
I love the Outback Steakhouse, like all those Australian products that we've got in the U.S. Like that the hair stuff, like shampoos, the Aussie brand. has nothing to do with Australia whatsoever. They make it in Missouri or something. And the same thing with Outback Steakhouse. They're like based in Illinois or somewhere like that, like Middle America, like nothing to do with Australia.
No, I don't even think they serve anything traditionally Australian there. It's just
a steakhouse.
Not great quality American steak.
I like that fucking bread though, dude.
Yeah, the bread's solid there. Yeah, the bread really is good there. They go above and beyond with the bread. And that bloomin' onion is good. But you don't get credit for that because you can't really fuck up you can't fuck that up. You can get bloomin' onions at 10 dozen places.
Yeah, I've made those before. You can buy those gigantic Vidalia onions and then slice them. And I don't know. I've made them before. They're good.
Was yours as good as Outback?
It was better. Yeah, it was better.
That sounds good, man. Isn't that the appetizer where this was like 15 years ago when people gave a fuck about like people getting fat, and it was like this one appetizer at Outback Steakhouse is 4,000 calories.
It can't be.
It's got to be something.
All right, let's do some over and unders. I'm gonna guess 1,700 calories.
This is a bloomin' onion.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess 3,000.
Under, you say? I'm gonna go with the under. Did you say over under? Did I make that up?
I said 1,700 was my guess exactly.
Oh, well then I'll go with 16.99.
Oh, I was right. Or no, I busted it. It's over 3,000.
Yikes. Does that include that delicious dipping sauce?
It's got to.
Oh, it says, yeah, the dish contains a whopping 3,080 calories. For those keeping track, the original bloomin' onion is only 1,954 calories. Oh, so this is
I was talking about the original.
So 1,954 calories. Let's just call it 2,000 because you're going to be dipping. You know, if you're going to be dipping, let's call it 2,400. They're not bringing.
I like that onion, but the Aussie cheese fries they have there are also really good.
Just like Mama made them back in the day.
Got a bit of ranch there. Give me a dip.
The traditional Australian dip of ranch.
Ranch.
Like to have it while I'm watching football and and not be in an old prison island. Yeah. We don't have any actual Australian restaurants. No kangaroo is served here, and people in Australia eat kangaroo all the time.
Eat a ton of kangaroo. Yeah. It's like deer there or something. I would eat kangaroo, you too. Yeah. You know, we're taught as children that they're these cute little lovable animals. They're fucking violent monsters.
Yeah, they're
hopping around, disemboweled. They're land raptors.
They seem as mean as birds in some instances.
As mean as birds.
Yeah, there was one clip, I don't know if you've seen it. It's this guy in the outback and his dog ran away. Not like you can't find him. Yeah, and the dog is out there and there is a kangaroo with the dog in a headlock. And the guy's like, you know, Tony, come on, Tony, come on.
I don't understand these people. Look, I get it. I was watching this thing about Japanese Wagyu beef today, and like the cows are like pets. They're scratching their heads. They're brushing them like you would brush a horse. The other cows are watching the brushing, and he's like, "Hey, brush me." Yeah, it's like, you know how you pet one dog and the other one's like, "Aww."
Yeah.
They're doing that. You know, it's like, "Please brush me too." And he's like, "You'll get your turn and then you'll all die." Like, I get it. I feel bad for those cows, but when they got to the second half of the video where they were slicing that beef up and grilling it on this fancy Japanese broiler grill, and the guy was just like, "Oh,
yeah.
Oh God, it's good."
You can taste the temporary happiness.
Yeah, they literally said that. They're like, these cows live a life of comfort and happiness, and that comes out in the flavor. These cows are never stressed, and stress changes the flavor of the meat. These cows have never had any like fear or adrenaline. This isn't like remember like Taylor and I were talking about Taylor's murder park or whatever, where we scared the animals continuously. like every day we just subjected them to new animal horrors. Like we kept the veal chained up. We kept the veal chained up.
You can't just kill the dolphin. You must make sure the dolphin know it's going to die. You must see the fear in the eye of the dolphin. You have to make all the toxin release. Make it very good.
we taught this gorilla a sign language so we could tell him he will die.
And And you know these
so
these
fucked
poor
up.
It is so funny though. I love it.
4 years later, he's finally got it. And like, oh yeah, you understand? You are going to die
tomorrow. Just tell him that every day for a year.
I wonder what like the mythos amongst those cows.
That every day.
Every single day.
That's great.
Now we accidentally. Sometimes you run into a deaf cow, and you have to sign at it violently. And at the same time, you have someone behind the cow that doesn't see him. You slap them real quick. You scare them a little bit, but you make sure they're going to die. That's what brings the flavor out.
He might be deaf, but he understands a little cut.
I love what I do. I love every day when I walk into work. You know, just
a boogie woogie.
We have the best dirty jobs thing where he's like, all right, today we're going to be cow fear instillers. He's in there just in normal clothes, a bunch of like farmers screaming at cows and fucking what's his name?
Hamburgers in front of them.
Yeah. This is your mother. Yeah.
I like that idea of like keeping the veal chained up just out of reach of the mother cow and like smacking the mother cow around a lot. Like just big open hand slaps
you
to the
feed
snout.
them the fucking grain out of a cow skull. Here you go. Here's Dad.
Every day at lunchtime, they got a big cow pinata. Oh, that'd be. I wonder what the mythos is among the Wagyu cows of what happens when they go into that final building. Like they think it's probably like a brush factory. Yeah. They're like, once you go in there, little Tojo, you don't have to worry about ever asking or waiting in line for pets ever again. It's 24/7. And the reason that nobody ever comes back is because it's so fun. Wow, I can't wait for that. In this circumstance, the cows also speak like this.
Yes, the cows have a Japanese accent. Yeah, you'd think they would. Yeah, I mean, assuming the cows are trying to, they know Japanese and they're trying to learn English.
They were so friendly. They were literally like pets. They were just. It was like a dog kennel with like all these happy cows, and they talked about like how nutritious the grass was there because they're next to a fucking mountain, and how like it's the cleanest air in Japan, and the water is so pure, and they're just going through all of this happy cow nonsense. And then they show the meat though, and it's so marbleized. It's like white spider veins of fat going through the muscle. It looked incredible. And when they would cook it, you could see the fat liquefy inside the little thin slices of beef. My mouth's watering. He like cooked it on this like weird Japanese grill thing where there's like a burner underneath going, and on top it was like mesh, and he like laid this thin strip of like the beef on there, seared both sides, like 10 seconds per side, and then put a little wasabi on it and ate it with chopsticks. It looked incredible.
What is this you linked, Kyle? Spanish ham? Oh, is this prosciutto?
This is the like creme de la creme of Spanish ham. This is, like I said, this is the very specific breed of pigs that is fed nothing but acorns, like Hannibal Lecter is breeding them. And then I don't know, it's aged very fancily in a specific way. And then
jamon, it's dry cured ham.
Look at the marbling in this.
That looks
so good.
I
ordered some. I'm really looking forward to it arriving. I ordered like, I don't know. I don't remember. It was $60 with shipping, I think.
Man,
that looks really absurdly good.
I love cured meat.
I like meat.
I don't like the way cured meat looks, but I love cured meat. You know what I mean? Like if you give me a charcuterie board where it's just everything.
Oh yeah.
I will be that's amazing. But yeah.
A charcuterie board.
I haven't been to Morton's in a while, but this is really making me want to go to Morton's tomorrow and go get a
Morton's Steakhouse.
Yeah,
dude, watching this Spanish ham like slicing process is making my mouth water.
Yeah.
I would love this.
Morton's has a bone-in like tomahawk filet mignon. That's fucking top notch. It's excellent. It's like maybe $70 for the steak.
What is a tomahawk fillets gone. How is that?
And it looks like a tomahawk. You know, like a tomahawk is like a hand axe. It's
How many ounces is the steak?
Off the top of my head, maybe 13. It's a smaller steak.
That's an enormous fillet.
That's a big steak.
No wonder it's so expensive.
Let me confirm that.
Dude, it's 13 ounces of fillet
too,
will fill you up like an 18-ounce ribeye will. Like, it's just so much more hearty.
That's what Wagyu is. I just linked it. The place that I was looking that I could order from, $78 for 3 ounces of Wagyu beef. But those 3 ounces, like, I took my mom who had never had it before, and I was like, Mom, you know, I gotta treat you right. Let's split 5 ounces of Wagyu. She took like 3 bites, and she was like, well, that's plenty for me. This is like it's just so rich and unbelievable. I can't imagine.
Is 5 ounces of Wagyu beef?
This is A4. This is not A5. 5 ounces is...
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Whatever you were speaking of.
Yeah. $102.
Those cows better be getting blown every day.
Well, they're certified.
Like, they better be getting everything. Like, what could you possibly do to make a cow more comfortable? And the cows, like, in their own
them
head,
off over there,
maybe
like,
not kill it.
are like, you know, it really sucks being here.
Just maybe let it live. I don't.
I mean, if I was a cow, that's what I'd ask for.
They don't give it the old country or No Country for Old Men treatment, where they take that thing, stand very close. So, when he does that to that dude in that movie, where he just pulls him over as a fake cop and then puts that thing up there and boom, pops him. Like,
they make that device look so useful.
There was
he kills people. He opens doors. He like.
I've been meaning to rewatch that.
And all you have to do is carry around a giant air tank, and no one will look at you sideways. What are you doing with that? Don't ask questions. Look at my haircut. Like, I'm clearly a retard or a dangerous person, and your bank should be on the second.
He's so fucking scary. He's the epitome of like Javier Bardem. When he walks into like his boss's like office or whatever with that suppressed fucking Remington 1100,
that's dope as fuck.
Pew, pew, it just fucking blows him away right there. And then the accountant's there like watching, and he's just like, ah. He's like,
wait, Kyle, have you ever used a silenced or suppressed shotgun?
Yeah.
I haven't watched a video of yours where you did.
Yeah, I made one.
Actually, because I've heard that suppressed shotguns are actually quieter than the suppressed supersonic handguns that you use. Maybe not the subsonic ones.
It depends on the ammo. If you use subsonic like slugs, like they make slugs that go slower than the speed of sound, that is quite quiet. It's very quiet. But like regular shotgun shells, it takes all the pop out of it, and you don't need ear protection, but it's still quite loud. Like somebody's gonna hear it down the road or whatever, you know. What he had going on, I don't know how to duplicate that. He had like some sort of custom-made big fucking crazy suppressor. What I always used was a Silencer Co. Salvo 12, which is the 12-gauge suppressor that they make. Very cool. I don't know how much they cost. They just gave me one, but it's nice. It's the production model that everybody uses, and but yeah, that movie's badass. He's using the shotgun he's using is a Remington 1100, which is what my first shotgun as a kid. That's what it was, and he's got a crazy like big cylindrical suppressor on that bitch. And when he walks in that hotel room full of like Mexican banditos, and starts like the first guy, he like blows his arm almost in half. Because the guy reaches for his gun, and then the last guy
you even see his arm like swing incorrectly afterward.
It's like,
after the shot hits. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then he like goes into the bathroom and like sticks the shotgun in the shower and like pulls the curtain and pew!
Does he reload when he has to? I'm curious if they're accurate that way.
He doesn't need to. He never uses more rounds than the shotgun carries. It holds like, I don't know, 5.
He only used like 5 in the entire time.
I become sensitive to that.
Or no, he only used like 4.
When I watch a gunfight and Walking Dead a lot, I just
you know what the worst is? The worst example of it is like the first one that pops into my mind that I can remember, the movie Anaconda. So the movie Anaconda has a lot of stars in it. It's got John Voight, Jennifer Lopez, and Ice Cube. And there's a part where they're fighting off the anaconda, that's attacking the boat, and he's using a bolt action rifle, which we all know how to use. We've all played COD, with bolt action guns. You cycle it every time, and he's shooting it semi-automatically. He's just going bang, 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 and it takes you completely out of the moment. Like all right, I was able to suspend my disbelief to believe that there was a snake that was like 60 feet long attacking your boat right now, and it was hyper intelligent, and you needed to fight it off with a weapon. But as soon as that weapon starts like magically reloading itself, I'm completely out of it. It's such horseshit. Or when I see I watch Ash versus Evil Dead, and he uses a double-barreled breakdown shotgun, and sometimes he'll just shoot it multiple times in a row, and they'll even insert like a sound effect, like from a pump shotgun.
No, that's a double barrel.
Yeah,
there's no pumping action.
It's kind of annoying. It's like just do your due diligence when it comes to that stuff. I think that's my new favorite sport, though. Like if there were a way that I could get into horse dancing, I would. If they're like, hey Kyle, you want to join the horse dancing league where we got a horse for you? I'd be like, yeah, let's go. Can I pick my own music, or how does this work? Who else with the choreography? It looks fun when they're out there dancing with those horses, and that horse is like doing its thing. It's badass. It's awesome.
It is.
Do you want to dance a horse?
No.
I'll tell you what I do. I want to ride a horse. I've been watching so much of this Yellowstone shit. It makes me really want to ride a horse, not to work their jobs. Like I'm smart enough to. I guarantee so many. Anytime there's a show like Yellowstone where there's like a thing that the guys do, like Sons of Anarchy, that I compared it to, motorcycles. That was the thing, and motorcycle clubs and all that stuff. I'm sure a lot of people got into that shit because they watched Sons of Anarchy. I bet that somebody became some kind of a wannabe cowboy because they watched this show. I know going in, no, you never want to be a cowboy. It's like the worst job ever. It pays $400 a week.
Oh yeah,
it's rough manual labor, like 15 hours a day or something like that.
Fence repair mostly.
My grandpa from southern Missouri has a photo of his grandpa with his cattle managing team, and he's like, yeah, they're all doing all right. They manage cattle. They get hired by those big farms, and then those farms would have them transport the cattle across areas, and it was like. Apparently they were successful at it, and you could not tell by the picture. All their boots are old. They look skinny. It's clearly just a huge amount of work for not a huge payoff as far as, living expense and whatnot. But they were so apparently he was just like a legend. They thought he was so great. He was like, he's the one who's going to get us into houses that have running water. But it wasn't until grandpa's adulthood that he got running water.
I figured out the Olympic sport that I can beat them up.
Yes, which one?
In Paris of 1900, there was an Olympic sport called poodle clipping, and they would get in front of 6,000 spectators where 128 competitors clipped the fur off as many poodles as they could in 2 hours.
I mean, those poor poodles. There were so many bloody poodles after that shit was over.
Okay, yeah. First of all, that's sad for the poodles. Second of all, what makes you think you'd be better at shearing poodles than the poodle shearers?
No. I thought we were beating up Olympic athletes.
Oh, you're just killing the guy shearing the poodle. Yeah, you can take it.
What we're talking about is beating a dog groomer senseless.
That guy's way too distracted grooming dogs to see your fucking flying kick.
When you pick the shooting people, you were talking about beating up an Olympic athlete, right?
I know. I'm trying to undercut everyone else.
What do I? Because you can't beat the shooters at shooting. I didn't do that to you.
That's true. Yeah, that's a good one. Kyle, do you have any?
I think that anybody. So the smallest guys seem to be the guys that are in gymnastics. They're like 5'5" sometimes. But you don't want to tangle that little fella. You don't want to tangle him. He's gonna be like a fucking chimpanzee.
If that guy who's doing the rings gets his clutches around your quads, he'll just decide to destroy both of them. He could just squeeze your quads to death.
I feel like he could choke me to death so effectively, like with this choke, like the Homer Simpson. I feel like he could Homer Simpson.
You could bark.
Why do you never see the Homer Simpson in MMA?
Because it's easy to get out of?
It seems like a bad approach. Like if both your hands are occupied here, he'll just move his head or kick you or something.
Yeah, you can't really maintain position when you're doing that choke.
If you're on top,
I really feel like any amount of squirming or even just bucking my hips gets you to have to, take a hand off.
No, if you're on top of someone like that,
like you're like
both their arms are fully free, so they're just going to be breaking your ribs, right?
They can't
like just throwing punches as hard as they can.
They got like 60 seconds.
I feel like I could bend your elbows. There's like a million things I could do to get you to not finish that choke.
Fair.
You could use a knife.
Okay. Okay. You could just not be there that day because you knew it was going to happen.
Well, you know that someone in the early Olympics in Greece brought a knife, and they had to make
he's
the
talking
rule.
about the UFC though. I thought he mentioned it.
Oh.
They do search them before the fights, which is my favorite part.
Is that what they're doing when they check their ears?
Patting them down. Yeah.
They pat them down, check their ears. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they were doing like a.
Open your mouth. Let me see. You got any blades in there? Let me look down your shorts a little. Let me down the fingernails looking. I remember when the guy was. They were like, "Yo, your fingernails are ridiculous," and he was like.
Yeah, I do remember. I remember a guy had clippers, or they like quickly sourced clippers.
I've seen that. But I saw a guy bite them, and Rogan is like, "Come on, they're gonna be all jagged now."
That's crazy. He didn't have his mouth guard in, I guess.
For eye pokes, I suppose.
This is like outside the cage. They're patting him down. They're checking the nails, and he was like, "Oh fuck, they're too long." Yeah, they're fucking too long. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, his eyes get sliced all the time.
They need to do something like they need to put those little rubber finger condoms on them or something. Like finger condoms might be the solution for the UFC. I'm gonna.
That's some outside the box thinking.
She worked at a primate research facility, so she was like handling the monkeys the whole time. They're like the rhesus monkeys and that stuff. So they're not as big as chimps, but they have like very similar attitudes. And the two ways that you like put them in line, because you'd walk in the morning, they'd be screaming, shouting, like grabbing, throwing stuff around or whatever. You either brought them a treat. If anyone had a treat, they would just like attention hunt everyone in line, just do whatever you say. Or if you screamed at them, it's either incredibly positive reinforcement or negative reinforcement. Because if like they were fighting or whatever, and you just screamed like "get in the cage," they would just stop screaming, be like, "All right, I lost this round. I'll go get in the cage."
You just got to alpha male them, basically, huh?
That's interesting. You got to go carrot and
stick. I didn't know they would be that sensitive to being scolded.
The fact that
keep in mind they are smaller than like chimps. I don't know if it applies to larger monkeys, but
Well, and the person scolding them is the one in charge of like doling out the food and water, and so they kind of have to be like, "All right, this is the real deal."
Let's be real. He's also the one who wears that white coat, who takes him down the hallway where the screams come from. Like, right?
Yeah, that too. That also happens.
Keep in mind, he's not talking about a place where they like play with monkeys all day.
We're talking about like a makeup company.
Which one of these needles you think hurts lipstick more? Only one way to find out.
Give them both.
Yep, exactly.
I saw a video. Maybe you guys know where I saw it from. I don't know, but it was like demonstrating intelligence to an animal in a way. It was a bull, and the farmer was like, "Oh, this bull won't fuck with me. He thinks I'm the strongest creature alive because he sits there all day trying to lift that gate, and there's a bolt.
Yeah,
and he tries to lift it all day, and he can't. And then I walk over, I unhinge it, and then I open it easily, and he looks at me like I'm a fucking god. Like he looks, not exact words, but he's like, the bull looks at me like I am the strongest creature alive. He won't mess with me." That's just so funny. It's like, you stupid fucking animal. It's a little latch, you idiot.
Could kill me in 2 seconds.
It's a tiny piece of metal.
I've seen kind of the opposite side of that. We had one go crazy one time, like it had gone feral, and it was just trying to tear through this fence. And my dad's on the other side of the fence, and so is the highway. If it gets in the highway, you're liable if that thing like runs in front of a car and kills a family. So you can't let it get there. And Dad's got a gun, and he's trying to negotiate with this wild animal. He's like, no, you can't.
I don't want to shoot you. Yeah.
Go back. And he's like hitting it with the butt of the shotgun. Like, no, don't make me. No. He's got to fucking shoot it. He shoots it in the neck, and it falls into the ditch, like through the fence it was trying to get through, and like neck under body, and it's like, fuck. Yeah, like expensive.
Yeah,
hell yeah, that's a loss.
He comes, he drives back to our house, which is very close. It's within sight of this, and he's mad about this. He's arranging like someone to process the cow so that it's not just thrown in a hole. We're gonna get it like processed. So we have all the meat in the freezer, and he's like, yeah, she's, I don't know, 900, 1100, 1200, something like that, 1,000 pounds, and yet right now she's dead. I'm looking at. Let me call you back. She had gotten up.
No way.
Whoa!
She had only been knocked unconscious by the first shot.
That's
Not a shot to the neck.
She had made it. She had made it across the first road, and she's running across another field. And now it's not just a road. She's
now she's running for her life.
It's a major highway she's headed for now. She's not making it across.
Oh, good.
So now he's chasing her in a truck that sells a trailer through a field, and it's just ba 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 ba. He passes her, gets all the way in front of her, and now he's got a deer rifle. He like pulls out the driver's side window and shoots her in the like chest as she's running at him. She's not trying to like, oh, there's a loud trailer and truck. She's like, she wants him. She's coming. Like
charging his ass, huh?
Yeah, they can get crazy.
Man.
Yeah, unfortunately. But
And
we
they're
ate her.
stronger than they realize.
How did she?
Taste
Did that
delicious.
stop her? The shots in the chest?
Delicious. I can remember eating that cube steak and gravy like a year and a half later and being like,
Victory.
she was crazy but tender. And it was good stuff. I really do remember that. We ate that cow for like 2 years after that. We had beef.
That's all. I haven't gone hunting in years. Like I think it's been 6 years since the last time I hunted, and it was deer hunting.
That's dank.
That's got to be the coolest job. Whatever, like wizard of weed is the guy who names all the strains. He's just high as a kite, like stream of thought, spitting out ideas for weed strains. I don't think that's actually someone's job, but if it
absolutely
was,
has to
ideal. It'd probably be the grower, right? Oh, I don't know. I imagine that they wait until a rap song comes out about the strain, and then they use whatever the rapper said, right?
I think it goes both ways. I think the rapper he's like, oh, I could rhyme about Osama bin Laden's beard. Hell yeah, that Taliban weed.
That they should have like the Dictator series where it's like Kim Jong-un, Hitler,
I'd like that.
Stalin,
or
Stalinberry Kush.
I would like one named after serial killers.
Like what? Bundy Blueberry.
Yeah.
Like there's still a fruit on it.
Yeah, well, they all gotta have fruit on it.
Yeah, you add a little fruit at the end. Yeah, you gotta let them know what it's gonna taste like, along with how hardcore it is because it murders children.
Yeah,
I'm really struck on a McVeigh something.
McVeigh Moonlight.
Oh, that's not a fruit at all.
Nah, but it's like a ethereal sounding thing.
Okay.
Like that, like potheads like that. I don't know. I haven't done market research on potheads.
Oh, we'll get on it. We'll get back to you when we do.
You know who clearly has done market research on potheads? Taco Bell and Jack in the Box. Because all of their commercials are just dog whistling the fuck out of marijuana users, where it's just that guy in a big hat sitting there with curly fries around on a couch with his friends, just going, and he's like, "Hey guys, when you're having fun, wink, wink. I'm not a giant mega corporation owned by an even bigger corporation. Wink, I'm cool. Ha! Come to Jack in the Box when you're high." Like, and it seems to work for them.
And they have sometimes like their snacky snack foods will be so absurd. Like, have you had the Cinnabon like balls from Taco Bell?
No.
It's like a donut hole that's made of Cinnabon, and it's on the inside. It's full of hot frosting. So you bite it, and it like blows a load of frosting right in your mouth immediately.
I've had that, kind of.
Yeah.
Well, he's only had the blowing load part. Not
yeah. And then they made one that was like the same thing, except it was like Captain Crunch on the outside. They were like, let's take it to another level. Cinnabon? No. Captain Crunch on the outside. Yeah, we're going to keep the frosting. Of course we're keeping the frosting. But it's just
Captain Crunch was a criminally overrated cereal as a kid. I never got cereal as a kid, so I'd only get it when I go to friends' houses. And all the talk up of Captain Crunch, not that great.
What did you have for breakfast? Just omelets and...
I just didn't. I never ate breakfast.
Never ate omelet.
No,
never.
I still don't eat breakfast. We never had breakfast.
That's why he was eating all those other kids' lunches.
oh man, the pieces are falling into place.
They kind of are.
They really are. It's like, man, Taylor's just wolfing stuff down. Why?
I used to have a double lunch.
The first meal of the day.
And then my friend's lunch, I had a triple lunch. Yeah.
I bet my buddy had breakfast. That's why.
Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, the best cereal is Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That's the best cereal that there is.
I like Cookie Crisp.
No, that's some white trash cereal right there.
Oh.
No, it's good. It's good. It leaves that film on my tongue.
Only fat-headed dummies eat that, Taylor.
You do get chocolate milk, though. See, one of the important things to me about cereal is after I eat the cereal, what kind of milk am I left with? Now, if you eat cornflakes, you're left with some milk you got to pour out somewhere.
Yeah.
All right. You don't want corn milk. Nobody does. Corn milk, delicious.
No. Yeah.
You finish Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and you have cinnamon sugar milk afterwards that you just.
Dude, my parents would buy healthy cereals like Total or Raisin Bran, maybe. And I would put so much sugar on that stuff that it was no longer a healthy cereal. It was more sugary than the sugar cereals. And the milk that's left over, it's a milky sugar syrup.
Yeah, it's a paste almost.
It's
not good. And nothing compares to Cocoa Puffs when it comes to the post milk experience. That imparted a lot more chocolate flavor than even Cookie Crisp. And the reason that Kellogg's Frosted Flakes, or not Frosted Flakes, just the Corn Flakes are so bad is because like Dr. fucking Melvin Kellogg was such a douche and a Puritan that he was like, I'm going to make this flavorless cereal. Also, nobody should masturbate.
Yeah.
Did you know that? He like forayed from cereal into telling people not to beat off.
There's a whole movie about that guy with Anthony Hopkins playing him. It's pretty good.
He just bursts into 12-year-olds' room. Stop that!
So far, he's uncool guy of the week.
Yeah, douche of the week is that guy. That's not
cool. Okay.
Telling people that not only can they not beat off, they have to eat cornflakes. Ugh. There's no way to make.
There weren't a lot of options, right? You know, like God knows what people were eating at that point for breakfast. Probably just like hammered out maple nuts or something.
Hammered out maple nuts.
Yeah, they're just fucking making mush out of seeds and stuff and chomping it down with bark.
You act like this is thousands of years ago. This was like the Industrial Revolution was in full swing.
Yeah, we had little kids running machinery, getting their nubs chopped off. The cornflake was a huge advance in breakfast technology.
Maybe,
definitely.
I'd have to know what came prior, or if he totally was he the first cereal man?
I don't know if he was the first cereal man, but he's certainly the most successful.
Mr. Total, that didn't come till much later.
Mr. Total, and of course, the famed pirate Captain Crunch, whose cereal has damaged more gums than scurvy and piracy combined.
Captain Crunch gave up his life at sea to become a breakfast cereal entrepreneur.
Did you ever see like that marketing thing where
don't get me going on Count Chocula? That gentleman. Go ahead, Taylor.
You ever see the thing? I remember as a kid seeing the Lucky Charms stuff where it would be like, "Oops, all marshmallows," and I'd be like. Like, Mom, we got to go to the store. They're not going to make this mistake again. There's no way. They're going to be back to normal in a couple weeks. They can't afford to do this promotion.
Every so often on Reddit, some guy will buy like a ridiculous 30 pounds of just the cereal marshmallows. And he has a bag that's like a clear garbage bag full of this stuff. And I don't know. It's pretty tempting.
It's not.
They're good, but they're not that good unless they're soaked in milk. The way they are, you could like take a clover of those and you could use it as chalk on your driveway.
You know what they're comparable to? That's space ice cream. You know,
Dippin' Dots.
Also, no. They're talking about the warm room temperature, like the stuff they suppose. I even have some downstairs.
Oh, the freeze dried stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
That stuff I actually kind of like. I kind of like it.
It's only good because you get to pretend that you're in space. Right?
I think you might be alone on that one. Tell us more about your pretend space ice cream adventures.
I just remember in like 3rd grade, they had a guy come in who was just telling us about freeze-dried food. But in my head, the second he stepped through the door with those like silver containers, I'm like, oh my God, an astronaut's here. So
this is the life of a retired spaceman.
Fatter than I would have imagined. That's okay. I'm not one to judge. And then he would
be driving a Hyundai. That's the
Yeah, this is his wife dropped him off here. I didn't know astronauts were one car family kind of people.
He is away a lot, I guess. It makes sense.
Do astronauts? They probably make a lot of money, right?
I don't think they make a lot of money now.
They're
I think that's
government employees. I think you
Yeah.
just like the job.
yeah.
144 grand a year.
Oh, that's quite
No,
good.
starting salaries over 66 grand a year. That is not enough for going to space.
I think it's its own reward, though. Wouldn't you go if they were just offering tickets up?
I would let other people storm that beach first to make sure it goes.
All right. Well,
smooth.
let's say they've stormed the beach, kind of like they've been doing for the last 60
Yes.
years, and then they started offering up tickets that were like $800 to go into space for 3 days.
Yeah, I'd give it a go. I bet.
Yeah, 800. You'd be a fool not to, Kyle.
Yeah, you're losing money if you're not up there.
Don't like those Saudi princes and stuff. They pay to go up all the time.
I don't think that's true.
I don't think that's true.
I imagine they do.
You imagine a lot of things.
Just made that shit
You
up,
imagine
Taylor.
a world where we all have fish skin and Saudi princes are
There was a
floating
paper
around.
about it.
I'm pretty sure you wrote that paper.
Yeah, I wrote it for a 2-second bit,
He's like-
and I got into PubMed.